I've survived over 100 days in my hardcore forever world, and it's about time I start building some farms around this base. So today, I'm going to add 2 new builds to this area so I can start trading with my villagers and really get some progress coming along. Welcome back to hardcore, everyone. Oops. That's right, today we're going to do 2 new massive builds. They're both holding a couple of farms inside. Which farms, you ask? Well, the first one, we're going to be making an iron farm. Because we can't be having this world without an iron farm. It's like the most basic farm you need. And then the second building, which is going to hold, I can't remember how many, it's got a whole bunch of growable farms. Talking melons, pumpkins, sugarcane, bamboo, a whole lot. That's going to be the second build. So to get started with today's plan, over here, yep, I've been grinding so many bone blocks over the past few episodes. These builds I've got planning up and future ones take a lot, which is probably the worst block to build, considering how early game we are. Easiest way I can get them is in the nether, which it's horrific, we've seen that. And the other main blocks I need, a lot of crimson, and a lot of red blocks, all coming from the nether. Yeah, this is not survival friendly. Why do I do this to myself? But anyway, let's get the base of the farm in first before we start working on the build. Iron farm, we need a lot of villagers. I'm going for a pretty decent one for this area. We need 12 villagers and 4 zombies. Now I'm thinking over in this area here, I've flattened it out a little bit. This is where I'm going to put it. I'm hoping, yeah, I'm going to pop it right up here. I'm hoping the fact that this is all lowered down won't spawn in any golems over this way. If it does, we may have to do some extra spawn proofing, you know. This is going to be a very, very slow journey over to the village. And there's the horde of villagers. First 2 out. Second 2. 6. It's 8. 9 and 10. 2 more to go. And there we are, we've got our convoy of villagers ready to go. And just to keep population stable, let's chuck off 44 bread for them. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. Yep, we got all the villagers there. Let's hope they can all make it back in one piece. Mark them down nice and gently in the villager area. And I reckon that's perfect. We only got 10 villagers here. I needed 12. We may have lost 2 on the ride back over. Oops. Look at this man sitting down, just chilling. Now this is the holes. So we got 3 villagers in each of the 4 holes on the side. This will be the golem killing hole. And before we get the villagers in, we should probably set up all these holes properly. You know, every hole's got to be prepared when something goes in it. We got all the forges hard away at work, getting some iron, copper, and the glass I need for this project. Alrighty, this should be everything we need to get building, so let's get in and build it. Alrighty, now that it's night time, we need to get some zombies in this thing. Got this man over here coming on over. He should wander his own way down into there. And boom. Alright, now we just need some more. And not these skeletons. There we are. 1 more to go. Oh. That's not great news. Hey. That's the last guy stuck in his hole. Let's just let him go all the way down. Why are there so many now? Where were these guys earlier? Go away, you dumb baby. Now you do scare me, Mr. Iron Sword. Alrighty, down here is where I'm going to put the killing chamber for the golems. So the idea is all the way up here, we got the 4 sections spawning in the iron golems. They spawn hopefully 1 in each section here. Water pushes them all the way down, and they should fall down here quick enough to get them out of range of the villagers, which will be in here. So basically there's no reset. They are able to summon an iron golem as soon as possible, as soon as they possibly can. They die down here, we get the items, we shoot them back up to the top here, and we'll have a nice little build covering this whole thing. I say little build, it's actually a pretty big build. That should be all the redstone we need for this setup. It's probably not efficient at all, but it is kit redstone, so can't judge, alright? I'm proud of this work. Now the next thing to do is to dig this tunnel all the way back up to the surface, and then flood it with water. And now that it's nighttime, this is the scary part. You gotta get all the villagers in their little holes. We should be able to break this and they should all run to beds. Once I stop hitting the actual villagers themselves. Okay, we got a couple of guys running off, which we really do not want. Get these guys in. And of course 1 doesn't go in. Well, there's our first iron golem. And he decided to come back. That's that one now full. Let's get this man here to help out. Why does he keep walking away? What are these guys doing, mate? Okay. Just get him in the hole. That's all we need. Okay, yes, he's in. Hey, that was awful. Well, at least the iron farm is working. Now time to build the sorting system for this thing. I do believe that's the bulk of the farm finished. Just need to get the rest of the villagers in over here. But I have noticed there's a couple of these iron men walking around. That is not good news for me. And unfortunately I do have to get 2 of the villagers out of here that I bred last time. Just because we lost them on the way over. Oh. That's not good. That's really not good. Guess I'll get you out of here then. I need those 2 and how to breed. Guess I can steal one of these guys. Okay, that fixes that part of the problem. Yes. Yes. Okay. No. Do not be heading over in a different direction. Oh great. I'm loving these creepers. What do you think you're doing, big man? You don't get to walk over the boat, you get in it. That's how this works. Go to a bloody bed, dude. What is wrong with these guys? I gave you perfectly good beds over this way. Hey, now that there's plenty of beds, get in one. I do not understand villages at all. Oh, for crying out loud. It's almost bloody day. How'd they kill an Enderman? Why do you keep tracking over this way? There's nothing here for you. What the f— Okay, that's now 3 in that one. And then that's the last one in that one. Finally. This iron farm is set up now. It just doesn't work because all of these guys out here stopping the spawns. We'll try just extending the terraforming over this way a little bit. Sometimes we gotta get creative and mob-proof with carpet over here. Might be what has to happen. How do we get iron bars in there? Ooh, that might hurt. Perfect. You just need to hop your tiny butt in there, and then you should be good. Thank you. And there they come, straight back up to the top. Already got the iron coming in for us. Perfect. And another guy spawns in right here. If that's the block he spawned in, that's all I should have to terraform it to. Getting blocks and we're getting bone meal. What more could we ask for? Actually, I know. We could ask for a working iron farm. My chestplate broke. Oh no, that was such a good chestplate as well. Those stupid, stupid zombies and creepers. Bet it was one of them. Well, good news is I do have levels to re-enchant one. Let's get this chestplate. Oh, protection 4, right off the bat. That's just what we need, and unbreaking 3. We are just too lucky when it comes to this enchanting stuff, eh? And we got another big man up here. I am not surprised. Okay, so ideally we extend this part here out to about here, I reckon. That should stop him. Just guesstimating here. That should be all we need, fingers crossed. That's the way. Go Bernie for me. Hey, it is working, there goes 2 at a time. Now it should do anywhere from 2 to 4 iron golems spawning in there at one time. And that's just, yeah, it's so good. That's so efficient. Because, yeah, I need a lot of iron. Especially the next farm, it's got a lot of hoppers. Like, a lot. It's gonna take a little bit of time. There's 3 at once, or technically 4, because that man spawned right there. So, yeah, it looks like I've found the exact limits. I just have to go moss carpet that section there. Now that the iron farm's built, let's get in, let's decorate it. Let's put a building around it. Let's jump into a time lapse. This build is one of my favourites so far. It is very much like the original one, inspired by Warcraft 3, the Orc builds, which this whole area is themed around the Orcish style. This one is just really straight out of that game, and I love it. Now, coming in here, oh my god, it's producing so much, it's doing so well. But here is why we need it. I think about that is how much I need to make all the hoppers that I need for this build. I do not have a crafting table in here for some silly reason. And boom. So if I turn all this wood into planks, we make some chests. Yeah, that's 5 stacks of chests with all of those logs, which is absolutely absurd. Now we can start making the hoppers that I need for it. There we are, that's all the hoppers. That is absolutely absurd amount of iron and wood just for the hoppers for this one farm that's coming up here. Speaking of that farm, of course it starts raining. I've cleared out a little area over here. Trust me, this area doesn't look very big. This farm's massive, alright? It's huge. It's going to take so long. It took me forever to design. It is honestly my favourite build that we've had in this world so far. So without further ado, let's jump into a time lapse and get this thing built. Unfortunately, Flashback crashed while recording, and I lost the replay file of the first half of this build. It's now been a few days since that time lapse, and I love how these two builds have turned out. Especially this one here, it just adds so much and it's such a unique style. These two farms have been just producing insane amounts of stuff. Over in this one here, we've just got an insane amount of bamboo and sugarcane, as well as plenty of melons and pumpkins. And while I do need all these resources for building and stuff, the main reason I needed them now was for trading with villagers. Started doing it, we got a bunch of the armor guys in here, getting all the melons and pumpkin trades that we need. Over here, we got plenty of the tool traders and armor traders, so I can trade them iron, and I can now get diamond gear without spending any diamonds, which is absolutely huge. I've already started doing it, so I can try and get the best possible enchants on my gear. As you can see, we're pretty maxed out. Just need some more on my boots and helmet. Everything else is looking pretty dang good as well. And as you probably just saw then, I have mending. Got this mending villager here, 18 emeralds, ain't a bad price. And yeah, I've kind of been like going crazy with him. We've got plenty of mending. Probably don't need any more mending for the next probably a few hundred days at least. As well, for the sugarcane farm, it's been helping me get sugar, which, for those that know, it can be used to speed up horse growth. I believe it's this man here. He is my best horse so far. I've been breeding him up, trying to get the max stats. They're so close on the health and speed. And we're just a tiny bit more on the jump. But I've got plenty of guys over here. I believe this man's my fastest one. Yep, we're so close to maxing out the speed on there. This guy, yep, I've just been breeding them like crazy. Using the golden carrots, getting babies. Just ignore how many horses I may have had to unalive in this process. As you can see, that man, that's a pretty good man right there. He may be able to replace one of our current ones. Yeah, that's been taking a lot of my time. Between that, trading with the villagers, and just general resource gathering for future builds. Yeah, it's been a few days. And over here in the storage room, yeah, these guys kind of are showing it. They're all turned into statues. Get these guys back running. Are you alive again? Yes, you are. We got that man back, but I think I'm going to keep some of these guys as statues. These copper golems are just the cutest guys around. Pop some more of these guys down here. And storage system works again. Something else that's happened this week, a new update came out, and I think everybody knows what that means. We now have spears in the game, and this, along with the horses I'm breeding up, this should be so fun to play around with. Now, we're not going to do that this episode, but next episode, I reckon we're going to have a maxed out horse. I'm going to run around killing a bunch of things, and I've been thinking about either going to the end or doing a trial chamber for the next episode. We shall see. Make sure you subscribe and stick around to find out what we end up doing, because I know it's just going to be so good. Now, for anyone wondering about the lore I want for this area, this one over here, the way it's built, I'm thinking, yeah, this is like a orc grunt house. So yeah, I've said it a couple times, this is an orcish inspired build. So this could be like the grunts, the general workers, the warriors. That can be like their house design. This giant one over here, this has given me chieftain vibes. This is where the leader of the clan lives over here. And even though we don't have proper interiors in here, I will be setting up some new builds in the next few episodes. While we finish off this area here, I've got a whole big build planned for over in that section. I sprinkle some more houses around here, put a bridge going over to there, decorate this side over here with some more buildings. Once this area is finished, we can move on to even bigger builds. I've got a little bit of inspiration for some more areas, but I'd love to know what you guys want to see in the comments. I think that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that fun jazz. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!